Seraf made me do this. It's part of his payments for being a mod in my Discord. I've got to cast this game. You've got Seraf, aka Seraf, aka Berry, aka Feg, playing as the Inquisitor over on this side of the map, and I'm still a little bit high from casting that best of 5 with Deimos and Cry, but he's going to be facing up against the Demon Hunter of Antair, which could be interesting. It's Siwal Frontier. I'd say that's a pretty good IG map, actually. There's not a lot of tank traps. That's basically what it comes down to. No, but there is actually a lot of open cover, and it's kind of, I don't know, there's not like a lot of line of sight blockers. It's a very open sort of firing lines in the middle. That sort of setup always helps out the IG. So let's see if we can help him out enough here, though. So we're only seeing one Guardsman right now. I have to assume that means we're probably going to get some sort of double Kadashan build out of Seraf. That is generally pretty damn meta against Ordo Malleus. Obviously they've got a lot of melee assets, so getting the double Kadashans, so you've got double power melee and double explosive shot, double old reliable. These are all good tools against a faction that wants to do a lot of melee against you with heavy infantry assets like the Ordo Malleus. Players pretty mirrored economically at the moment, 1 gen for each, and is that, wow, that's going to be a heavy weapons team as the first choice for Seraf. Now that is not meta. Not meta. Not something I'd do against a Demon Hunter. I might do this against a Versa Assassin, but against a Brother Captain or a Demon Hunter I wouldn't really do this. I mean, Demon Hunter can get the Armour of Fortitude, which not only is a great armour for the Demon Hunter because it gives him a lot more max HP and really good HP regen, but it also gives him the ability to put himself or an allied squad into stasis temporarily, meaning you can't hurt them. They can't attack, but you can't hurt them. So then they just walk forward into your setup team and tie them up in melee, which, I mean, you know, you can counter that with CC from Kadashans, and you've got Sentinel Stomp as well, but the problem is that there's not just going to be one squad that you need to deal with. Now Antair can get the interceptors afterwards. But he's not, he's actually gone for operatives. Do they have their grenade, their incendiary grenade? I don't believe so, but they're throwing out that smoke grenade which debuffs the range of the enemies. Yeah, they're going to back off because the heavy weapons team kind of dodged that. And Seraf is going for a second sentinel, which is odd, because he only has 1 guardsman, so how are you going to repair it? Now you're going to get another guardsman? I mean, you can repair with the heavy weapons team, but it can't shoot if it's repairing, so that's a bit weird. I'm not really understanding that one, boys. Smoke grenade onto the guardsman. Oh, incendiary grenade. Right, I see. A little bit of energy regen coming in there from the strike squad, and now the smoke can go onto the heavy weapons team to shut it up for a bit. Sentinels will have to go forward and shoot the IST where they're not going to benefit from cover. Yeah, now the IST got to get out of there. I gotta say, for Seraf right now, at least his map control is looking better than Antair's, that's for sure. Kinda hard for either of them to cap the map at this point. A lot of constant skirmishing. It's difficult because both players have units that are very tough to force off. The operatives, when they're running around like this infiltrated, tough to force off. Strike squad, just so damn durable, tough to force off. And obviously the sentinels for IG, since they don't actually need to retreat because they get repaired, tough to force off. So it's not leaving a lot of opportunities to be capping. But Seraf is managing it. He's obviously doing that with his guardsman, a little bit with his inquisitor, getting value out of her even when she is capping because of that crossbow bolt pistol that she's now got. Might be a nice stun. Yep, crippling volley from the inquisitor there. Could have done with using the ability to drain the energy a little bit sooner, but wow, I was going to say maybe that's going to be a kill on the inquisitor if the demon hunter got a little chop in, but Unfortunately not. But the Emperor's Torch here, good ability if you're fighting a faction like IG that relies on a lot of range damage. You can drop that Emperor's Torch whilst you're in your own lines with your Demon Hunter and give AoE HP regen and damage resistance. It's pretty good against incoming range attacks. Strike Squad doing a lot of chip damage here against the heavy weapons team with their bolters. Honestly, heavy weapons team should have probably retreated a long time ago. Just bleeding totally unnecessarily right now. Inquisitor needs to be careful herself. She does not want to be fighting the Strike Squad, period. Never mind when she's that low on HP. Now the bloody Sentinel's threatened as well. But it's going to turn around. Oh, look, a second IST came out in the end. Interesting. Yeah, I guess it makes sense. To help counter the double Sentinels. Why not? Generally, you do need that ranged firepower to deal with the Sentinels. Ooh, that's a lot of DPS. Psychic Assailment on the IST, so they got extra range and extra damage. It's kind of like Guide from the Farseer. Nearly take out that Sentinel, but not quite. You see them healing up now too, thanks to that Emperor's Torch. Heavy weapons team's got to be careful. If it sets up too close, it's just going to get hit by an impact grenade. The operatives will do quite well on the peripheries here as well. Of course, they can easily handle the guardsmen when they get them in an ambush. Bit late on the Rift Tear from the Demon Hunter. Inquisitor's already in melee. And then they knock over the Demon Hunter. Lel. Some pretty good XP here for Antair's army, bashing all these gens. I mean, Seraf's just throwing down more of them. Let's have a look at his upkeep. Yeah, wow. Seraf right now is getting a lot more requisition. His upkeep isn't actually that much lower, but he's got this fully matured point and this fully matured point in favour. So that's an extra 60 rep per minute he's getting. I don't know how long that's been going on for, but it feels like it's been quite a long time. So that's definitely given him a bit of an economic advantage there. He's losing those gens, but not really too bothered. Just drops down more instantly. Plenty of requisition for him. This is interesting how Seraf is using the heavy weapons team alongside the second Sentinel. As a kind of weird supporting repair unit. And it's kind of working because the operatives are the ones who've been sidecapping, which means, you know, there isn't really a counter to the heavy weapons team. The operatives would be the best bet for that. And also, Antair didn't go for the Armour of Fortitude, which would have been good against the heavy weapons team. I think he should have gone for one or the other. If he wanted his operative sidecapping, then he should have got Armour of Fortitude on the DH. Or, like I said, it is a good armour, the Emperor's Torch, against a ranged build, but if you do that, you need to get Interceptors to deal with the heavy weapons team, though. Now here comes another smoke. Wow, he just wiped the guardsman? Holy shit. Bit of a misplay there from Seraf. Kept his guardsman in way too long. Now he knows there isn't really any threat to the heavy weapons team here because the IST have already utilised their grenade. I think they tossed both their impact grenades here and missed, which was a bit of a fail. And now repairing the Sentinels with the heavy weapons team. Hilarious. The ubiquitous Rhino strikes again for Antair. Going to be his first tier 2 purchase. Now, I always go on about this, but look. If these guys both get the Sentinel missile launcher, this Rhino is going to have a real rough time. But, of course, I don't think Seraf wants to commit to a bloody dual Sentinel missile launcher build straight away until he sees the Rhino. So that gives you a little window, a little tiny window, to try and kill them with the Rhino. Seraf's been loving doing this recently. Goes for plasma guns on the 6 model Guardsman squad and then gets a Commissar. So really minimizing the upkeep impact of them in tier 1. And then the Commissars are way better lead than the Sergeant. For the same pop, obviously costs a lot more. But for the same pop, he does like 5 times the damage himself as a model. And then he gives you that retreat ability, the retreat break ability as well. Trading grenades here, but the functionality of a Rhino nearby is very nice in a grenade trade. You just hop in the Rhino, no problem. And it is now the Razorback, so this is a lot of piercing DPS coming out, and you see that shreds those generators. Crippling volley into a Hell Fury, but you should just be able to put them inside the Rhino again if they're close enough. Yeah. Okay, Inferno Pistol. This is a Melter Pistol that the Inquisitor now has. She should really be forcing melee. She missed. Oh, good Rift Tear. Slowing her movement speed down so she can't pursue with that. But I dare say, if there were missile launchers on the Sentinel, this could be a dead Rhino already. A little bit late there on that purchase. I'm not sure if he had the resources. Oh, but he did, man. He's got loads of power. Should have had these quite a lot sooner. That could have been the kill there from Seraf. If he executed that properly. The flank from the dual missiles coming in alongside the Inferno Pistol pushing them back. Pew pew. 100 damage each. 2 more missiles will kill the Razorback. Needs a bit of healing. I got a kill there, but they didn't. They didn't want to risk their own life, which is that's fine. The problem is there's no repairs right now for the Sentinel in the base. He's just gone over that 200 threshold where 2 missiles would kill him. Well, unless one of them can get a rear armor hit, but they're not gonna from here. Are they? Are they? Oh, he drops down the smoke. Cheeky breaky. That's a tactic. It's another good delaying tactic. I mean, it's exposed right now. Oh, he's getting a repair bunker. I actually don't disagree with that right now. He really needs that repair bunker. Because his other units are way too busy capping. That's for sure. Heavy weapons team got killed at some point. I don't even know where. Well, let's see how he does here. So he had the Rosarius and he swapped that out into the Liber Horesius.
Enemy stormtroopers attacking.
Liber Horesius. So we've got the repair bunker, Sentinels come back out again. I mean, this is kind of crazy. This Rhino should die. Goodbye. Why was he just trading with an Inferno Pistol Inquisitor in green cover with a Razorback? That's very strange. I've got to be honest. That's a very strange choice from Ante. Oh, apparently, Operatives beating Stormtroopers. Stormtroopers getting out with very low HP, but 5 out of 5 models must feel good. No plasma guns in these IST, but nonetheless, they are putting the pressure on these Sentinels, that's for sure. The Sentinels are doing their job. They take all that damage and they do not bleed. Wow, even an execute there from the Guardsman. Just chill on that. I'd just heal them up. I'd just heal everything up at the base. Let the Guardsman fully heal again. Let your Sentinels get repaired by that bunker.
The enemy has 200 points remaining.
But Ante smells the blood. He's got an absolutely gigantic VP lead right now with 421 VP, so the 180 or so that Seraf has and a triple cap against him. So, he's going to take the opportunity to go tier 3. I don't hate it. He is massively far ahead right now.
The enemy is capturing one of our victory.
Seraf needs to capitalise. This is his opportunity to create the comeback. You know, he's just fighting tier 1 units right now. Maybe he can drop down like another squad of Stormtroopers. Maybe he can start getting off some good judgments. With the Inferno Pistol, he's not really managed that yet. Like, who did he judge? Has he judged... Who the hell did he judge? Ah, the Operatives. They were back at base. No, just judge the IST, because they can't break their retreat, at least. The Operatives can get out of those situations with the Inquisitor quite easily by retreating and then cancelling it with the fallback plan. At least you know the IST can't do that. Plus the IST have more models. If you combine the the Judgment AoE blasts and then the Hell Fury AoE damage. That could be pretty damn deadly though. Ooh, we might get a kill on the Sentinel here. We've got 3 range units. Any Psychic Assailment maybe? Going for the Incendiary Grenade instead. Bang. No Psychic Assailment needed, it seems. Yep, going to be able to take out the Sentinel even with the attempted shot blocking by building a bunker. So he drops down another Judgment, but no HP regen of this Inquisitor. She's just getting forced off very quickly. This Sentinel legging it. Antair probably could have took that out if he was aware, but he didn't notice it. It sneaked past. This is bad for Seraf. He's stuck in tier 2, Antair's going tier 3, yet Antair is kind of winning the fights, and that shouldn't be happening, you know? If Antair's just skipping a lot of tier 2 and taking to tier 3, then his opponent should be the one winning the fights, and it's not really the case. But ooh, here comes the Inquisitor again. Where's the Judgment? I'm gonna have some Judgment. That is a Judgment, and you have lost an IST squad. God damn. If he hits a Hell Fury in retreat, that could be a second IST squad killed as well, but he doesn't go for it. I don't know how much spike damage the Hell Fury does with like 2 seconds on the AoE as well. It can't be like 75, can it? It doesn't like one-shot a Heretic squad, right? I'm not sure. No, it can't, surely. So they probably would have been fine. But still. Still. Oh, nice grenade. Cheeky little foot grenade shuts up that Demon Hunter. And now the Stormtroopers can proceed to cap the bottom VP. Going to be more Stormtroopers coming in for Seraf as he takes tier 3. It's a nice application of the global. Obviously it lets you get in units without having to actually wait for the build time. Not to mention you're buying them at a discount anyway. And he does, he just needs more bodies on the field right now, because the problem is now Antair's getting Grey Knight Terminators, which is going to be very tricky to deal with. Playing as the Inquisitor, to be fair. You got some of the better tools to deal with Terminators. You've got the Assail, you've got the Crippling Volley. Immobilizations on a unit that can't retreat is always pretty strong, but man, he's going to lose another Sentinel. The Metal Bomb's coming in very useful here, and there is the Psychic Assailment, and that is going to secure him the kill on the Sentinel. Beautifully done there from Antair. Desperate attempt to build some cover there to help in this firefight, but it's going to be all in vain because Grey Knight's charging. I don't care about cover, they're just going to chop you up close. Crusaders now for Antair. Yeah, I don't know, this is going to be tricky. That was another good Judgment though. This is going to be a dead operative squad. Judgment proving its value here against these relatively squishy OM infantry units, and a nice grenade on retreat too. Kills a couple of strike squad models, including the Justicar. Nearly finishing the and the Hell Fury in retreat, perfectly timed, wipes the strike squad. Beautiful Hell Fury there. Okay, well he's not that behind on units. The problem of course with Seraf's build is he's relying on 2 Sentinels and a repair bunker. Inevitably when the Sentinels fall, it's going to be a little bit difficult to maintain map control, because now he's only got 3 units. But we do see the Excruciators coming out here for the Inquisitor. She's going to get lifted, however. Lifted into the air, yeeted back down, and that's a lot of chopping coming out from the Terminators. Cast that Assail, but they kill her with Stormbolters. They kill her with Stormbolters, and here comes the Psy Cannon. Ubiquitous Psy Cannon. You might as well, because it's got the same range as a Stormbolter, and it does basically the same damage, but it does AV damage. So it's just a straight upgrade really from the Stormbolter, so why not? Psychic Holocaust used as well here. Nice use of the Psychic Holocaust, just completely negating any sort of kiting there. You use that ability and nearby enemies have their speed reduced and start losing energy. It's really nice to use on things like Terminators actually, to prevent enemies fleeing them so you can beat them up in melee. Now we've got some Crusaders lurking around. Tier 3 with their Priest in the squad, chopping things up with an Eviscerator. That's concerning. I mean, we've got the judgment on them that these guys probably want to leave and go up top, start capping up all that. They don't need to be here, I don't think. I mean, he's going into melee. Is he just dropped Psychic Assailment on the Terminators? That's kind of wild. Wow. Yeah, there goes the judgment, but these guys get tankier every time one of their models dies. Oh, he went for Kasakins. God, I hate these plasma guns so much. Stupid rapid fire plasma guns, it completely ruins the aesthetic of plasma guns. They feel so weighty on the Guardsman, and then they just go and it's like, what? Firing faster than the goddamn las guns are fired. Just looks weird now. Do not like it. Anyway, that's what they've got. I mean, it would be useful to help kill the Terminators, but the problem is that right now there's just not enough units for Seraf, it feels like. I mean, the Assault Kit Stormtroopers are fine. They obviously can't really do anything to the Terminators, but they will melt the supporting infantry. They'll do very good against the light infantry Crusaders and the remaining IST squad. A Kassakin about to get wiped. Ah, shit. They got wiped, man. I guess Seraf is getting super desperate because he needs the VPs really badly. He's going to get the bottom VP eventually. However, Ante's capping the top VP and the Inquisitor is now forced off. The Guardsman got forced off. What's this? What was that? Oh, that's a Bane Wolf? What the fuck? What? A Bane Wolf. Now we got a Tempest in the base? What the hell? Oh, this is bizarre. Honestly, if the Bane Wolf just stayed near the repair bunker, this could have been a pretty good situation. Oh, I guess no, it doesn't. There's no time for Seraf. That's the problem. He ain't got the VPs. Terminators are going all in, it seems, trying to kill this Bane Wolf. It's gonna go down. The Crusaders slay those Stormtroopers. Wow. Oh my god, it nearly got out. Nearly. Seraf is losing his entire army right now. Yep, Inquisitor overstayed their welcome. Now we've got a Demon Hunter casting the Tempest on the base again. I mean, that's not really that effective. I guess it'll kill them if they don't move, period, but, you know, they can just reinforce and stuff. It doesn't seem like a very, very good use of the Demon Hunter's time. When the opponent is on 5 VPs, you know, maybe you could just go down and cap that VP and win the game, but, you know, sure. Honestly, Crusaders probably destroy this 150 HP building pretty damn fast. I guess there's another Stormtrooper squad going around. Terminators, for some reason, still in play when I feel like they should definitely be going back home and reinforcing. Ante's got so many more VPs. He has plenty of time. Don't know why he wouldn't just do that. Now he's going to. And we're finally seeing some other upgrades for the Demon Hunter. It feels a little bit late for that one. Going for the Force Rod and the Tome of Tranquility. Not that it really matters. Weird.
No respite, no mercy.
Well, he gets his Force Rod and uses his Retribution ability, knocking the Stormtroopers away from the cap for a little bit, but they're not even capping. Okay, I mean, Ante, you just playing with your food right now? Are you playing with your food? You should not be doing that. You gotta respect the food. Not all people have food. Don't be playing with your food, man. Just finish your meal and get on with your day. If you need a second meal because you're a big boy, that's okay, but don't be playing with your food. He's clearly playing with his food right now. He's capping the requisition point and not the VP. And he's getting punished for it, because that was a frag grenade into an assail that nearly killed the Crusaders. Unfortunately, I don't think... No, he's out of range for the Judgment, so he's gonna live. Kinda just... Judgment does do a little bit of damage over time, but now with the base healing, he's gonna be okay with that Priest. 10 minutes come back on the field, not with full HP right now, but there's another Crusader squad with another Minister and Priest. And that's going to be problematic. Seraf kind of messes up the Purgatus cancel there. That should have done a lot more damage to the Crusaders if it landed flush. If you cancel the ring of the Purgatus right on top of the enemy, it does 200 damage per model. So that will, by the way, nuke a Heretic squad. It will nuke a squad a lot more durable than that even. Very powerful ability. I mean, it's still stunning everything else that you don't even land it on. But that's going to be the dub right here. There's no way that you can prevent the decap. We don't have any red for a rocket run. Even if he did, no one is there to provide line of sight. So that is going to be Antair claiming the victory. That was a weird game. They made me cast it. I'm sorry, boys. But hey, some of you wanted some IG gameplay. So you got some IG gameplay. I hope you enjoyed. We even featured a Bane Wolf. One thing about the Bane Wolf, because you don't see it very often, it is... I mean, it's viable. It is a cheese unit, but it is viable. But I just wish it had a little bit more scaling. I think in Tier 3, it should get a Melter Cannon. You know, a Devil Dog loadout, basically. But a lot of people have been saying, no, it's fine, it's cheesy, it does its job, it comes out, it gem bashes, then it runs around and snares things, it's hard to kill. It's fine, it doesn't need any scaling. Tell me what you think about that discussion down below, or maybe you think it should get a different loadout in Tier 3 or in Tier 2. Maybe you think it should be able to swap to a Hellhound, but why? What would that do? You already have anti-infantry on the Bane Wolf and gem bashing. Tell me your thoughts in the comments down below, and if you enjoy this kind of content, you know where you can find some more. Hit up the Patreon, baby! For $5 a month, you can support me on the Patreon, and if you've got that mad sugar daddy money, then you can even support me with a little bit more. Anyway, Torpid is going to be signing out for today. That is all. Torpid is out.